Pedro Martinez and Kevin Millar in the house. Great to see you guys back here at Fenway Park. It has gone by very quickly since '04. It seems like it was yesterday, just seeing the faces. From your thoughts on coming back here and being part of this, Pedro. I'll start with you.
Well, I still believe that we're living a dream. Every time I come over here, it seems like the parade continues, and today was no exception. Once I saw the dogs out there, it went right back to the day we had the parade.
First pitch high and inside, ball one right there. David Price to Cody Ross, one of my favorite interviews of the day. I just want to see if I still had that. True story. You know that it's been 8 years. Everybody's put on that freshman 30 pounds. Yeah. They get back like, whoa, they don't have salads. Oh, go ahead, take over.
No, you're doing good.
Line drive, base hit, Cody Ross. That was an absolute rocket ship right there. And now coming up is. What number?
Hold on, you got to do a replay first.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You got to do the replay, yeah.
So you do this for a living. What's up?
Look, okay, there's a fastball, second pitch fastball right down the middle by David Price. We were actually making fun of him as he was warming up in his bullpen to let you know. So if the Red Sox do win, we should have a little bit of the credit. But no, I want to get back to my story. You know it's been 8 years. When you do, you see everybody's put on that freshman 30 pounds like when you go to college. It's like they don't have salads in Michigan, or they don't have salads where everybody, Georgia. We're all like, we're just a little bit over, we're healthy, I guess I don't want to use a bad word, but we're just healthy looking.
Well, you often hear Millar before you see Millar. I've always said that, and not much has changed with him over the years, has it?
No, I just don't think it's going to change ever. The guy's been like that since I saw a video when he was like probably 15 years old.
This is a bad video, Pedro.
Yeah, singing. Can you sing?
This is a bad one. No, I don't want to do it to the people. Oh. This is a classy show with Jerry and Don. Uh-oh, a high drive, way back. Oh, off the ladder.
Heading for third base and getting there is Ross. Going to be a long single for Mauro Gomez.
Pedro, you got a chance to visit with David Ortiz before the game today. This had to be a very frustrating season for Ortiz.
Yes, it is, but I know what David's mentality is. I'm pretty sure he could have probably made it back and take a couple more at-bats, but knowing David, he wants to be healthy for next year and come back fresh and continue to do what he was doing.
Well, it's into left center field. It'll score Ross from third. Stopping halfway between first and second as Valencia, and he will be out trying to get back. So a little overzealous coming around the bag as he returns. Getting to third is Gomez. Red Sox get their first run.
Now that could be a rally killer right there. Not good base running by Valencia at first base as he rounds it too far, thinking he had a chance for a double with the ball in the gap like you would in most ballparks, but a good job by B.J. Upton cutting that ball off and getting it back in, and Valencia's hung out to dry at first base.
I want to ask you a question, Jerry. Don't you think that a lot of these pitchers are falling in love with the cutter? I mean, doesn't a guy with this velocity?
There's no sliders anymore. They're all cutters.
I mean, everything's a cutter. And David Price, the velocity, and I know that when you, Pedro, you throw 114 with the Expos, but it seems like the cutter, everybody throws the cutter. It's a 1-0, it's a 2-1. Do you agree or no?
I'll tell you probably why, and it's that I've seen many more young pitchers rushed up to the big leagues, don't know how to use the inner part of the plate, so they run to something that might move towards the inner part of the plate on either one, lefty or righty. And since they don't know how to use the fastball, pitch off the fastball, they run to a cutter just to make sure that the ball doesn't move anywhere else. And I would say that's all fear of failure and fear of pitching inside. Like this guy is just maturing. I think he's starting to realize what he can do with the ball, and that's why he's doing it. But some of the guys that I've seen trying to throw cutters is because they don't know how to pitch in the inside part of the plate.
And certainly Pedro Martinez knew how to pitch on the inside part of the plate.
The greatest in the history of this game on the inside part of the plate. Hint, hint.
Well, I have often said this, and you know this. I've told it to you many, many times. You're my favorite pitcher of all time. But the thing that amazed me about you is how different you were on the days you started to the other days. I mean, when the days you started, it was like a totally different guy. I mean, you just locked in and became like a different person on the days you were pitching.
Well, it's clear that I wanted to obviously respect the integrity of the game, respect my job, and respect the fans that pay my salary. I wanted to do whatever possible to give them the best impression that I was out there. Not joking, no time to joke, not playing around, but to really do what I was supposed to do for them.
Do we know where Manny is? Does anybody know?
Manny's in Florida. He became
is.
a Christian. He's trying to fix his life a little bit and become a better human being and do things right for his family. I know exactly where Manny is. He's in Weston, Florida, and he's doing great.
Good.
He's got a beautiful family. Him and his wife have found a way to fix everything, and I applaud him for doing that.
Got a story, though. I got a quick story there, Pedro. 8 weeks ago, he's playing for the
Watch out.
Round Rock Express for the Oakland A's organization. That's 20 minutes away from where I live in Austin. I drive down there, pick him up for lunch, take him to the golf course. We have a great lunch. Now we start talking hitting and how do you hit inside fouls. How do you pull, Millar? I mean, I used to pull. I take him back to my house. This is before the game. I'm flipping Manny Ramirez soft toss 8 weeks ago. It looks like he had powdered donuts in his hair. You know, he's gray hair, looks like my beard. We're eating powdered donuts, but I'm flipping him soft tossed. You can't make this up. In my garage, trying to teach Manny Ramirez how to hit inside fastballs. I've got 100 homers in the big leagues. He's got 600, and he's going, oh yeah. So I'm going hands inside. I'm like, my wife comes out. She goes, what are you doing? And they did.
Why, this is great. This is a great clip. Making fun of Schilling.
Right now, everything like Schilling doesn't know how to go down away with 98 miles an hour. Like, let me study for that, Kurt. And here he is. That's his only web gem of his life.
Yes.
It was a
Incredible
cutoff
catch.
from Giant Damon. But you can't make this stuff up. You love this guy when you know this guy.
Yeah. Once you get to know him, nobody better than Manny, and nobody funnier than Manny.
He's a kid. He's a kid, and no one with worse hair now than Manny. I'm a connoisseur.
That's why I asked you about weight, because, I mean.
Here's some, speaking of bad hair, look at Luke Scott's cheeks.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Just look at his cheeks right here.
Yeah.
Now, Jerry, you can't grow this and expect, like, you know, I'm looking great today. Like, hey, you know what, guys? I'm cleaned up. I look great. You can't say that, right?
But you have to say it's original, though, if nothing else.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's Wolverine,
Yeah.
probably. Just like
Strong, too.
well,
This is a strong Wolverine.
you call Wakey Bradshaw or someone like that.
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw. He's
well,
not strong anymore. He's old.
we're
Luke,
calling-
though, if he heard me say it, he could beat me up. He is a strong man right here.
Well,
But I'm just, that's just bad hair. That's all.
cowboy up.
Help.
Cowboy up.
Petey, last night I heard that you were at dinner with Roger Clemens and Jason Veritek. That must have been an interesting conversation.
It was really very interesting. It's the first time I get to sit down with Roger and talk baseball and talk pitching. And it was really interesting about the things that he did. But me and him pretty much identified each other really good, with just one exception. You know, he's not as quiet as I am, looking eye to eye. But Roger is really interesting. He has a lot of knowledge. He has a very good routine about the way he went and he approached the game. And we were very similar about the way we approached the game.
Yeah.
So I saw everybody getting excited when they saw us face to face and talking baseball. And a lot of people actually asked the same question.
There's strike 3 to Luke Scott. It's the second out of the inning, and 3 strikeouts now for Clay Buchholz.
I missed the pitch, so why don't you do it, Kevin?
Right here's that front door sinker. That's the other new pitch.
Yeah.
A little off the plate. Clay got a call right there. Luke deservingly is kind of saying that ball might be in, but that's the new other pitch. That front door sinker, right-handed pitcher throwing to lefties, correct?
Exactly.
So there you've learned two different things.
Maddox was a master at doing that.
He designed it. He dominated the game with 83 miles an hour throwing that pitch.
Yeah. Now, how come Don and I make your show about 3 times a week?
What's up with
Honestly,
that?
God, I got to start writing you guys checks. I've already put your names, and we're going to start getting you checks 3 times a week. It's my favorite part of the show. Remy and Arcillo, what are they going to do? I've had you guys dancing. I've had the stories at times. Your stories are phenomenal. I got to go back and get some more. But
what about Wally? When are you going to get Wally? Hey, Wally.
Wally's been on the show but you know what? And I apologize. From the network's standpoint, we owe you money because you have made our show this season.
We'll just go ahead and get you our address just to make sure that you can carry
Yeah,
through
beautiful
on this.
eyes. I didn't realize how
Thank you very
pretty your
much.
eyes are. Don't
Thank
get
you.
lost in the ocean blues.
I love your hair.
I love him. Yeah.
There we go.
This is the sprinkler done incorrectly, I've been told.
Oh, my goodness.
That's my version of the sprinkler. Then the shopping cart, which is also
You're
part-
like Chris Rose. You're all white boy. You got to have some rhythm, Jerry. Will you teach him?
He's got
That's
nothing.
Chris Rose.
He's got
a little
nothing
bit
going
of
on.
it. This is in the air to center field. Shea Swan Lynn is there. Inning is over, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Great to see you both. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
All right.